Hello, and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to get your automatic healing system to work. First and foremost, it is already going. It's running for the 8th time, and my mouse is just floating around without any interaction. So what do you need in order to get this set up? First, you need Bluestacks. It's an Android emulator. It helps you essentially run Android games. It's free. Got a stationary user interface, so you can't really customize it like your phone, but arguably it's very nice because you can play Android games on your computer. Now, second thing, you need use RoK, Rise of Kingdoms. First, you should be already a player if you're looking at this. Second, if you're not a player, it's a great game. I'm not going to advertise it, but it is a win to play game, or what the heck, pay to win game. Talk about dyslexia. But it is a F2P as well, so you can actually play this for a long period of time and still achieve good amounts in the future as a paid player. However, that's not the point. That's not what I'm here for. What I'm here for is to show you how to make this automated system so that you can get your hospitals and your units healed quickly. So first and foremost, notice that this is a pattern. There is a healing pattern in which you have to capture with a macro. I'll show you how to get to the macros in a second. The first part is knowing the activity of your alliance, and you can set a delay. But the important part is to set the pattern to a point where it is possible to increase the delay manually. So in this case, I have cut the pattern now. What I'm waiting for is waiting for the units to heal, and this is where my pattern stops. My pattern begins at the healing retrieval. So one more help, and there we go. Now it is a timed pattern, so there's a chance that by the time this pattern for the macro repeats, that my units will not be healed. But that is what the delay is for, and I'll talk about that as well. So let me stop this. Actually, let me let this complete for a moment. So it's going, it's going, it's going. And now I'm going to go ahead, wait for this button to go away. There we go, and I'm going to complete my pattern. So here are some macros that I've created. The last one that was running was this macro 3, but I've also been playing around with different kinds of macros and finding different kinds of patterns that increase the efficiency. So here's how we begin. First, make sure, well, depending on what you are seeing, this arrow opens up extra options on Bluestacks. We're going to go to the more 3 dots option and find our macro section. Currently not visible. Why? Oh, because it's here. Okay, so macros are visible if the window of Bluestacks is big enough. If it's small, it's going to hide in this area. So let me show that hidden feature. There we go. So it's not here anymore. I'm going to go here. There's our macro button. So you're looking for this little clipboard with the little play. Click on that. You're going to enter the macro section where you can create macros or patterns in which you interact with Bluestacks, and it will repeat those exact interactions piece by piece, which is nice. So we're going to record a new pattern. I begin always, if it's a city pattern, by zooming out and zooming in. This helps me reset the location so that I'm always able to basically get back in a specific location of my pattern. Then I'm going to click to heal and grab. Keep in mind, everything's being recorded. I'm going to click again to grab the next healing amount. Then I'm going to click here to type a number. I'm going to do 500 as that is a very successful value for the current activity of the alliance. And I'm going to click again on top to initiate the helping process of the heal. Now, if there was other people wanting help, I would be clicking in this corner so that it adds itself to the macro, so it will continue. But in this case, no heals are available, or no other players need heals, so I'm going to end my pattern here. Now, what's going to happen is I can run that exact same set of commands. And it's good to wait until you do see your healing retrieval icon so you can begin that pattern. And since we already are healed, I'm going to play this and show you the actual pattern. Now it's running. It's zooming out, zooming in. Oh, I Guess I pressed that a little extra since my computer is feeling a little laggy. So from here, now it's going to select the hospital, heal the units, and then enter more units to heal automatically. So this was the pattern I showed you earlier. Now, this is actually very useful, and if at least 3 or 30 players actually follow this pattern and have it automated and leave it in the background, you can still do other tasks on your computer, of course, then you essentially begin to help each other out very quickly, and you can increase this unit amount to 2,500, which is going to heal a lot of units in an hour. I calculated about 200,000 units in 1 hour of this pattern. Now notice that the pattern did not repeat. Well, this is because we didn't set up the next part. The next part is the settings of the pattern. It's macro 3, and I can rename it to healing. I've already got the similar one, but I'm going to show you this down here. I'm going to go into settings and do a loop. I'm going to repeat this pattern many times. And here is why we set the pattern up the way we did. We set it up so that once we're done with the actual recording, we are letting the healing happen, which means that other players have to click on the heal button in order to complete this healing process. So I can increase that wait time by as much as I need. For this case, I'll do about 10 seconds, since technically it's a pretty active moment right now. Let's see if it'll work. So I'm gonna save this, close this, play my healing macro that I just created. I'll let it do its thing, zooming in, zooming out. It does it a few times because I clicked it too many times. So remember, it's actually recording every single thing, click, action, whatever you are doing on Bluestacks. And you can optimize it by, for one, not clicking so many times on that button. And here's the pattern. It's going to enter the values. I did also forget to show one thing. Always click here to zero out other training units. Then that'll add that to the pattern, and that'll help you essentially zero out other possible heals, which is going to be helpful if you get into a situation where it's healing 2 types of units. But of course, in this case, I forgot to do that, so my pattern is not including that. So there it is. Now it's repeating again. And this time we have timed it correctly so that our troops are healed by the time the pattern runs. So the question then is, what if I repeat the pattern when the troops are not healed? That's when it gets a little messy. So I'm going to let this complete one more time. And then I'm going to stop it here with this little stop playing macro button. Of course, remember, you can include any pattern, including this little button that I missed or I did not see last time. So I can click this after I press the help button on myself. I can click to help others. And that is what's going to help all of us heal at the same time. So let's say I remove the wait time to 0 seconds. I might be lucky enough to get as many saves. And then from here, play my healing pattern once more. And it seems my computer gets a little laggy when I record. That's why I do so many unnecessary things. So there it is. It's going to heal. Nothing extraordinary that we have not seen thus far. Of course, you can make this pattern faster. I had to speak through it and actually, instruct you on how to do it. So that's why it seems a little flimsy, which actually I'll show you one of my better macros. So there it is. It's still doing the pattern without any delay, and we do not have troops healed. So what's going to happen? You guessed it. It's going to click on the building, and it's going to dislocate. No! Wow, that was perfectly timed. Well, technically, if it failed, then it would have clicked on the hospital, moved our screen, and broken our pattern. This is important. This is why it's important to have the delay at the activity levels of your alliance. If you don't have a delay, you may actually click before the units are healed, which causes the pattern to break, And in some cases, that pattern can use up your speed ups because it'll click on buildings around. And wow, we are pretty active, so I cannot actually show you the breaking of the system, potentially, in a moment. Well, I do have a faster also pattern, so maybe I'll try that. Let's see. Come on. When can I depend on people to not heal? Okay. It's really this part that takes a long time because I had to speak. And will it break? Will it break? It will. I broke. Okay, so this time the building did not give us the icon we wanted. And now you notice the macro is clicking in the same locations, but this time it's not the commands and controls that we were using. So this is the issue when our command macro breaks. We don't actually do anything useful. And I did this on purpose because now if I continue the pattern without changing anything, I still zoom out and zoom back in, so it recenters our screen, which is useful because with this pattern, recentering brings us back to the process. And it looks like something went wrong yet again. Well, whatever the case is, this pattern was a little flimsy, so let me show you what my actual nice one looks like. This is what it is. Boom, boom. Ah, my laggy computer is preventing my pattern from working correctly. Which is interesting. Oh, OBS Studio, how annoying art thou? It's a lot of fucking memory, bro. Anyway, you get the pattern, you get the process, just do it. This will help all Alliance members heal quick, and if many people do it, at least 30 up to 60, this process can go all the way to 2,500 units, which is the maximum needed or allowed with max tech and everything to heal very, very quickly, which can help a lot during battles. So that's it. Doodles, enjoy yourselves. This is Sirius Black, over and out.